is that sort of if we don't carry this dialogue on a multi-stakeholder, multi-level environment for specific applications with the right data, it doesn't have to be commercially confidential data. It has to be data that really enable somebody to understand exactly what the product is all about. Because although we are talking about the nanomaterials, I would like as a consumer to talk about the product. And the products that will come into the market will be complex products which would not only contain nanomaterials, it will contain photonics, it will contain electronics content, it would have bio content. So it will be a very complex product which, if you just concentrate on whether a nanoparticle in its nascent form has certain hazardous properties or not, I think we will never reach the end. What we are doing now is, I mean, in terms of research, let's take the research part in order what are we doing in the research field. I mean, first of all, the risk has many components. The characterization, chemical, physical, biological, the relationship of this particle when it comes with a living cell, an organism, that is the biological effects, when it comes into contact with the environment, air, water, soil, exactly what would be that effect and what will be the fate of that particle in this medium. Then we need to talk about hazards and how we measure these hazards. Then something which you discuss about exposure. People talk about exposure completely intuitively. They say about I will be breathing this substance, I will be putting on my skin this substance, but they don't understand that's the exposure they're putting themselves in. So at the moment, we do not know the dose beyond which something is really toxic. We have a lot of accelerated tests, but there are a lot of mistakes. There is a lot of uncertainty into the testing of the data that are presented. We have a lot of work to be done in terms of the quality of data that are appearing in the in very reputable scientific magazines regarding exactly the toxicology and impact of those nanoparticles. So we would like to have a kind of a filter and quality that it passes in terms of the repeatability and the robustness of those results. There are a lot of other things which have to be done. The impact assessment of every step we take has to be really properly prepared. The costs for industry has to be assessed. Whether by putting an on-cost on a product would really safeguard is a question which has to be also tested. And in the end, these 200 million worth of projects have to be translated into scientific evidence that a regulator could apply in a very easy way. So we are really providing as research the instruments and the scientific evidence that it would turn into an implementation tool for everybody to apply whenever it's necessary.